Hey guys, welcome to another episode in the deep playthrough of Mankind Divided. We just saw Talos Rocker being killed. At least his own augmentations started working against him.
Strike back. Please.
Seemed to explode something in his mind or something.
This will only escalate the situation. Strengthen their justification. I know it is a lot to ask. To lay down.
Let's clear out his office.
Presses.
Already read that one. This one as well.
This way. The augment. To all of you.
Right, let's see what's behind here.
Friend.
Mike's tomatoes.
Solace may be the knowledge of a certain
Right, nobody heard that. Pretty weird, but fine by me. Hello. Sorry, I have to say hi to my cat.
What the?
Hello.
Around the clock, around the world. Always watching. Because you are
cover me.
always watching.
Sorry guys, 1 second.
To report this. No one has yet claimed responsibility.
Oh shit. God damn it. I got spotted. Not sure by who.
Kane, Rucker is dead.
Come again.
I'll fill you in when I see you, which is where exactly?
There's some greenhouses near your position. Below them is a clearing. That's where I'll be. Chicane out.
Alright. Objectify the flesh. Like so. And this one as well. Already have 10 of those. We have a security door over there that we have to check out, or can check out, and a laptop. Joan D. Hill to Dr. Talos Rocker. Mr. Rocker, I'm divorced. I'm a divorced augmented mother of 3 who has been living here in Utrecht with her children for just over 8 months. In that time I have had 3 different menial jobs, and twice between jobs I found it impossible to pay for a neuropozyne. If it weren't for the free clinics you and your people have helped to set up, I would have gone into withdrawal and probably worse, leaving my children with no one to care for them. Claire, my youngest, contracted dysentery during the grey water epidemic last week, and when I brought her to the clinic I was sure in my heart she was going to die, but the antibiotics I provided worked and she was saved. The world is a very... Timo, come here. Sorry, my cat is... distracting me. The world is a very difficult place, but I go to bed every night thanking God that the people of Utrecht have a guardian angel like you looking over us. Joan H. Black-winged angel, Dr. Talos Rocker. Dr. Rocker, I appreciate everything you do for Ark and the Augmented, but you are wrong about pacifism. Non-violence has not worked for us so far, and never will. You should listen to Viktor Marchenko when he says superior force is the only thing that has ever kept the world from spinning out of control. If you cannot adapt to the times, maybe you should resign and let Ark be run by someone more suitable. Black-winged angel. Yeah, I also earlier I think to have seen correspondence between Black-winged angel and Viktor Marchenko, the second man of Ark. So I'm pretty sure those two are the real terrorists. You are beautiful. Lily 2009 team mail at mail. Hi Talos, my name is Lily. I live in New York City and I got augmented when I was 15, just 1 year before the so-called Aug incidents. I want you to know that I think you are a beautiful man, and not just what you look like, but your whole aura is beautiful, the way you care about people and are passionate about your ideals. I think without your leadership the world would be a much uglier place and the augmented would be even worse off than we are. I don't know if you have a girlfriend or a wife or any plans for a family, but I think it's really important for you to think about that, because we need more people like you in this world. And it would be a tragedy if you didn't leave behind someone to continue your legacy. I'm sure there would be lots of women in Europe and America who would be willing to help you carry on your line and would be so honored they wouldn't be selfish about sharing the responsibility with other women. Think about it. Love, Lily. Alright. Dr. Talos Rucker, ARC all the Safe Harbor Initiative. My friends, in recent weeks from several different quarters I have been asked why I have not spoken out in support of the Santo Group's Safe Harbor Initiative, and the reason for my silence is this: I do not support it. Regrettably, the underlying premise of Safe Harbor is that the augmented and non-augmented must live apart because they cannot live together. I cannot endorse any proposal which is predicated on and thus advances that defeatist notion. Please understand, I have nothing but the highest respect for those who are behind the initiative. They, like us, are striving to bring about the end of violence and injustice. It is simply the case that while the motives of both groups are noble, our ideologies differ when it comes to the best way to create a brighter future. Yours very truly, Talos Rucker. Saska N. You always say you don't believe in war, and now you're saying you don't want peace either. This is why people say you're only doing this for your own ego. Right, a lot of complications everywhere. Alright, nothing there. Mr. Rucker and his family, I guess. Or just some random children.
Hate to accuse, perhaps worse. And some of you will be. Strike back.
An ebook, Talos Rucker, an autobiography. Chapter 4. It was only during my tenure as patient in the augmentation wing of the Buenos Aires hospital that I truly became aware of the fascinating range of possibilities offered by augmentation technology. I served Médecins Sans Frontières proudly for 2 more years to repay them for all they had done for me, but for most of that period my passion had already shifted elsewhere. I had enjoyed the enormous good fortune of meeting Hayden Chuang personally when he opened Zimbabwe's first clinic, and so after my time in MSF, it seemed only natural that I should join LIMP International. At first I concentrated primarily on the ways augmentation technology could improve the lives of the impoverished and downtrodden, but already in those relatively early days prejudice was spreading, and so my duties soon expanded to include campaigning for lower neuropozyne costs and raising awareness of anti-aug discrimination.
Please, I urge you.
Yeah, I really think he's a good guy, or he was a good guy.
More violence will only escalate the situation. It will only serve to strengthen their justification.
Hoeveel vies papirova?
I know it is a lot to
Vies
ask.
verdoe
To
papirova.
lay down in front of our oppressors,
Papiravani.
but only in this way will the
Don't touch
augmented be
my damn
accepted into the
sandwich.
world. I speak to all
Whiskey,
of you.
smokes, whistle,
Not as the
undies,
leader of
socks,
ARC,
poncho, lucky toothpick, styrofoam,
Friend, our only solace
instant
may be the
glue,
knowledge
rope and camera.
certainty
Weekend list.
that
Beer.
are
On the top.
right.
What is styrofoam again? I forgot.
The Santo. Structure, oncology, quality, excellence. Santo. Restoring the past and building the future.
Now to the moon, where the planned expansion of Moon base Omega has once
It's
again
foam
been placed on
continuous
hold.
building insulation
Several financial
boards
backers
used
were
in
forced
walls,
to
roofs
collapse
and
due
foundations,
to their
thermal
involvement in an
insulation and
ongoing
water barrier.
securities fraud investigation.
Right.
Sources tell
Something
me that plans
to
are still in the
isolate
works for
or
a small
insulate.
colony near Clavius.
By the way,
But with
what
the
is the
current state of
difference
the
between
economy,
those two?
that
One
seems
moment.
more like a dream now than a
One
reality.
other
This is Eliza Kassan, reporting to you live from Picus.
quick
Tradition.
learning moments.
Refinement.
Isolate is to remove a load. No.
It's about time.
Is to remove a load from power source or to disconnect it from the power source. Insulate is to provide non-conductive
And a more
material.
in-depth look at UN Security Council Resolution 3507, also known as the Human Restoration Act.
Insulated is protected from heat, cold, noise
Calls for the removal
by being
and
surrounded with an
detonating of all
insulating
overly
material,
powerful,
while
unlicensed
isolated
augmentations. Individuals who fail to comply will be arrested and relocated
is placed
to
or standing
designated
apart
hard
or alone in
locations.
isolation.
Safety is the primary concern, especially in the wake of the Aug
Right.
incident, where millions of people lost
Pretty
their
funny,
lives due to malfunctioning augmentation.
Explaining
Opponents of the legislation
guidance.
have been protesting all
As
over
verbs, the
world,
difference
and many
between
of the protests
insulated
have
and
turned violent.
isolated
This
is that
escalation in the
insulated
violence
is
rhetoric
insulate,
has only widened
while
the gap and
isolated
polarized
is
the dialogue on
isolate.
both sides of the issue.
That's a
We will
pretty,
be watching the UN closely for any branch of the story.
yeah.
This is Eliza Kassan, reporting to you live from Picus.
Keeping you alive.
Unhelpful explanation. What's the difference between isolate and insulate?
My friends,
Isolate is isolate and insulate is insulate.
this most recent act of senseless
That's pretty much what it said. Alright, let's
and the fate of all augmented.
check over here.
And I fear the repercussions will test our resolve, the strength of our convictions. We have been cast as the villain once again. Despite our denials, our protestations,
Tenacious,
despite
original,
our dedication
imaginative, adaptable,
to the peaceful advancement of our cause,
kinetic,
despite
question
the fact that some of our own
mean-
were killed in the attack at Ruzicka Station.
proactive, loyal, methodical, out of the box, know-how, diverse, synergy, vibrant,
Although
bold,
I know that many of you are
efficient, ahead, decisive, focused, credible,
I urge
go-getter, visionary, pioneer.
not.
Alright, not sure why he has that on his wall.
You know as well as I.
Here are even more.
We will come here into your homes.
Adaptable,
Intimidate. To accuse,
credible,
perhaps worse. And some of you will be tempted to strike out.
question, proactive. What the hell does that say?
To refrain.
There are two notes over there.
Escalate the situation. It will only serve to strengthen their justification. I know it
Don't
is
touch
hard
my
to listen,
damn sandwich. Call M for spaghetti in lieu of balls.
but only in this way will the augmented be accepted into the world again.
Right, this is where we were.
Not as the leader of ARC, but as your neighbor, a friend. The certainty that
And let's save the game.
right.
Already opened this up.
That bitch Eliza Kassan is saying terrible lies about the rocker.
Yes, but they are
Around the
obvious
clock,
lies.
around the world.
When the Human Restoration Act comes to a
Always
vote in the
watching,
UN,
because
powers
you
will
are always
vary.
watching.
I wish I said
As
you're
sad as I feel to report this, no one
Annoying.
has yet claimed responsibility for
Looks
that
like the
shocking
troubles you
series
all
of
haven't stopped
explosions
climbing
that
yet.
ripped through Ruzicka
Annoying that I
train
cannot
station yesterday
disable
morning,
Be ready for anything.
prematurely ending the lives of dozens of innocent travelers.
the television.
Earlier this evening, Dr. Talis Rucker did post a letter from his home inside the
Right,
neighboring
overlook that
complex,
credit chip.
condemning the attack and urging
again-
authorities to investigate.
Why are they suddenly spotting me? I mean, I heard the music change and stuff, so
My
I
friends.
assume they did.
This most recent act of senseless violence has been laid at our must have all augmented. Not
The
simply
light of the
Ark.
sun is saying terrible lies about the Rocker.
And I fear the repercussions will test our resolve. The
Unless
strength of our convictions.
what could be
We have been cast.
that one of these guys walks in over here, maybe.
Despite our dedication.
No. Alright, I have no idea how he spotted me. Alrighty.
Some kind of no good.
Again. Ah, that's probably because they are noticing that grating being broken or something. So I will just leave that for now.
My friends,
But good thing to know,
this most recent act of senseless violence has been laid at
once
our
I
feet.
break the grating, I must not wait too long with taking them out.
Not simply Ark.
Right, secret area. Unknown recipient, green lights. Spoke to HK, phase 1 is go. Deliver orchid ASAP, then maintain cover. Rest of cell on standby. Additional orders to follow. GM. Marchenko. I'm not sure what the... No, it was Victor Marchenko, not Jay. Alright, but this is probably the evidence that Talos Rucker was referencing when saying that he found something. Oh shit. Ah, I'll also drop that. Tranquilizer rifle, do I want that? No. Not for now. Let's move this one back over here. Holy shit. What did I hear? I heard something. And there's an ebook on there which actually disappears. Oh, good thing I noticed, because I think there's an achievement for reading all ebooks. This one disappears while getting close to it. By Talos Rucker, Chapter 2, Hope and Uplift, Potential Unrealized. At the time when Hugh Darrow and his team... the Inconvenient Oak. At the time when Hugh Darrow and his team were perfecting pedo technology en route to redefining the very face of humanity as we knew it, a fundamental mistake was committed with only the most noblest of intentions, which, as we came to understand the ramification of this new technology, proved to be the very exemplar of damning by definition. They called the resulting prosthetics augmentations. In a very short while, this weighted term became the discussion, embraced by those who sought out this technology for their own purposes, and rejected with equal passion by those who opposed it. In the process, the social discord lost all perspective of the myriad uses of augmentation technology in medicine, the all-inspiring depth and breadth of what we could accomplish if the government, societies, and medical communities of the world would only capitalize on augmentation technology's staggering possibilities. Yeah, pretty interesting. So indeed, what's in awards? There can be quite a lot in awards. And augmentation is in itself maybe quite a divisive term. Because it says one is greater augmented than the other. Alright. Alright, greenhouses and another elevator. Or is that the elevator? Yeah, that's probably the elevator that we used to get here. Thank you very much. Right, I think there's also a practice point in here. Yeah. Security rating 5. Isn't there any code somewhere here? That would make sense, right? I mean, this is Thales Rucker's office. There is his safe. If there's any safe for which it would make sense to find a code nearby in the office, it's this one. Giant laser, small volley prop, sick room, blow up dolly, crate stack.
Still refuses to allow anyone but ARC members into his burrow. Another example of peaceful protests, no doubt. This is Eliza Kassan, reporting to you live from Picus.
Alright,
The global leader in fair,
yeah, that's a bit awkward. I would really expect a code. Alright, I can either just use one of those super tools. These ones. Multi-tool. I can also see how far I get. Or quickly see, isn't there anything here with a hint? Thales Rucker Awards. Honorary mention. Thales Rucker, Rombbb University School of Medicine. Oh, god damn it! That was totally not what I wanted to do. Alright, let's just leave it. No. That's stupid. Alright, having honorably fulfilled all the requirements imposed by the authorities of this institution, the president and the trustees of Rombbb University School of Medicine, upon recommendation of the faculty, do therefore confer the degree of Doctor of Medicine with all the honors, rights and privileges to that degree appertaining. Vice Presidents and University Presidents, to all whom these presents shall come greeting, to all whom these presents shall come greeting, to all whom these presents shall come. I'm not really sure what that means. Greeting, be it known that, blah blah blah. Another one, and another one. Bachelor of Medicine, Master of Medicine, Doctor of Medicine. Very nice. And that was a young Thales Rucker. Idealistic dudes. Liberty in Mind and Body, Good Citizens Award 2022. In recognition of his dedication to providing affordable neuropathy to citizens of underdeveloped countries. Union of Myanmar, Team 2012. With sincere appreciation, humanitarian award presented to Thales Rucker for your work in disaster relief in the Republic of the Union of Myanmar. Alright, very nice. Some new books. Sibrana Akni, Sirochi Tsarada. The Fallacy of Divinity. The Miracle of Life. Doko ma lost lietskeho telan. The Planet of Cakes. Theo Pratse. Quite a lot is in Czech. Alright, here we go. I'm procrastinating. Oh shit, no. I must not override that one. I may need that one to find that last practice point if I don't find it here anywhere. Alright, this is a pretty hard one. How many nukes do I have? 4 nukes only. Alright, let's first do a review. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Will be a very tricky one. But I would like to have this thing actually. 1, 2, 3, 4. You know what? I'm just going to go. It would be nice if at least one will not immediately trigger an alarm. Nice. This one hopefully neither. Nice. This is going pretty well. Nice. Was not expecting this to work as well as it does.
Anomaly detected.
Right, there we go.
Trace program initiated.
Alright, I'm doing a stop work.
Access granted.
Nice. 500 credits. Alright, 1 praxis kit. But I was already expecting one to be there. But that's still not the one I'm actually looking for. What was in here? I don't even remember. I think only some items, no weapon. Alright, if I cannot find this one missing praxis, and I do reload that earlier save, then I do have to redo a lot of other stuff again over here, clearing out this whole area. It's quite a lot of work. So hopefully I can just walk back. But I actually, hopefully I can, before leaving this area, explore it fully over here. And if I don't find the praxis, I can just backtrack to other areas to check it out. But I actually don't believe or expect another praxis to be here, because we already found one here. That would mean they would be pretty close to each other. What do we have? There's another ladder over there. There's a whole new area here. T. Sarada. Alright, let's check out that area. Man, people said it was a short game. I must say. I don't agree. These are pretty meaty levels. Of course, it depends on how you tackle them. I'm doing it maybe a little bit extremely cautious. If you race from objective to objective, I do think it will take a lot less time. But I don't, that's just not the way you're supposed to play a game like this. Most of the interesting stuff is hidden away in games like these, so it's really all about exploration. Right, they stay where they are. Let's check out this one. Right, does not seem that complicated.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Nice. I used an overclock software and I got an overclock software as a reward from that data store. So that is a net zero. So we have... Oh. God damn it. We have a fence. Holy shit, it's a pretty cool area. By the way, pretty cool light race through that fencing. Right, so we have two dudes over there. And nothing much really going on over here.
Things are definitely getting better.
What are you talking about? That beach Elisa is saying terrible lies about the rocket.
Yes, but they are obvious lies. People will see through them. And when the Human Restoration Act comes to a vote in the UN, Tower...
Pretty sure one of these guys will be jumping over this little fence here. So maybe I can then immediately take him down. Here he comes. Will he look to his left? Nope. That worked.
How long you without? I joined after the bombing. You know the meat. Realize. You know, I could have joined
Right, let's hide this guy a bit better. Oh shit! God damn it.
Huh?
Is he in an alert state? Yes, I think he is in an alert state. Ah, not anymore. Yes, he is still. Not really what I want.
Has your sister asked about me lately?
I hear you.
Oh. That went not as expected.
But on the other hand,
What the hell is he shooting at? He's just randomly shooting stuff.
huh? Is someone there?
Come on over, dudes. Alright, it's a little bit of a weird guy, I must say. Alright,
What was that guy's name? Ivan.
There's a guy over there, near the tomatoes. Again, very nice world building. It makes sense that they have like greeneries on the roof. Alright, that worked. Where is his weapon? No more weapon. Ah, on the other side of the fence.
Nothing here either.
Alright, I don't really see that dude. But let's get his stuff. Alright, and quickly hop over the fence. Get his stuff, hop back over. Here we go. Alright, I am close to hitting the 40-minute marker. Guys, I will continue in the next one. I hope you enjoyed. I hope to see you there. For the meantime, do not forget always to keep on gaming. See you later.